Welcome to One Brothas Mind, and I am KD Smooth. Today we will question and challenge popular information and views from a B1 perspective, while we expose the real facts you need. We do this to strengthen your logical, critical, and discerning thinking skills. Because in today's world, hard choices are mandatory and they come with consequences. So you need all the information. And at One Brothas Mind, we do this from a B1 Yeshua the Christ followers perspective. Now, if you're not ready, you better get ready with KD Smooth at One Brothas Mind.
The time for scared, lip trembling, word changing, self-denying, compromising, knee-shaking black people is over. If you have something to say, speak up with authority and conviction. If not, sit down and shut up. We have to have the power to tell the truth, to say whatever is necessary, to do what needs to be done, whatever it is, no matter who it may hurt.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It's KD Smooth coming back at you with a new report. I pray you all are doing well. Shalom, family. In today's report, we are going to discuss this issue on your screen. Yeah. More fallout from the Alabama riverboat attack. Okay? And specifically, family, the primary victim of the attack has now been charged with assault. Yeah, you heard it. The primary victim of the attack has been charged with assault.
Say what again? Say what again? I dare you. I double dare you.
Yeah. I told you guys when this all happened that there will be blowback in my previous reports. White supremacy took a huge L on this one, and it went viral around the world. Once again, I told you guys there's going to be blowback, and there's going to be even more blowback as we move forward on this. But before we get into the latest blowback or update, be sure, family, smash the like button if you appreciate our content here in One Brothas Mind. I mean, go ahead, click it right now. And share this report on all your social media with all your peoples. And be sure you are subscribed to One Brothas Mind, where we try to bring you the information, facts, and truth you need. Okay, let's get into this, family. There's some recent reports coming out that the Montgomery riverboat captain or co-captain, the brother that was on the dock that was trying to resolve the situation, move these criminals, these thugs' boat that was illegally parked, that brother, the brother that threw the hat, that was attacked, that brother, he's been charged with assault. Wait till you hear who pressed charges against him, family. Okay. So, real quick, I wanted to make it clear on the screen. If you need to, pause the video and just take a moment to remember what occurred. Top left screen was the initial attack on your screen. And then the bottom left, the rest of the crew of thugs and criminals, white supremacist soldiers, if you will, got involved. And ultimately, you ended up with not one, not two, not just three, not only four, not just 5, but 6 white supremacist racist thugs assaulting and attacking this one co-captain brother. Yeah, he's in the image on the right. It's just so many of them, you cannot see him on the ground. Yeah. The brother that you cannot see has been charged with assault. Yeah, for real. Matter of fact, I'm going to leave this up on the screen. I'm going to share some brief comments out of an article that's come out. This is an article that's on, what is it on? Oh, I think it's on MSNBC or something like that. It's just recent release, so you can find this article and information pretty much everywhere on the web at this point. But this article, of course, is titled "Montgomery Riverboat Co-Captain Charged with Assault Months After Brawl." Okay, it goes on. The riverboat. First off, they called it the Montgomery Riverboat involved in the August brawl. Majority of your satanic mainstream news sources, all from the jump, out the gate, called it a brawl. It was not a brawl. It was a racist attack and assault. But every one of them on their satanic mainstream channels all labeled it a brawl. It was an attack and self-defense was applied. Okay? As soon as y'all seen them and heard them say it was a brawl, you knew the devil was in control. Okay? They labeled it a brawl. They said, or in this article, they go on to say white occupants, white attackers, white racist attackers, white drunk racist attackers of a pontoon boat. I added all the rest of that. They just called them occupants. You see what they're doing? Has been charged with third-degree assault. Okay? The charges against the Harriet II co-captain, Damian Pickett. That's the brother that you can't even see in the picture, in the image on the right, with 6 of them attacking him. Okay? The charges against him were filed in Montgomery Municipal Court on October 26th. Okay, so just a couple weeks ago. Neither the Montgomery police nor the Montgomery city attorney publicly announced the charges. You see what they're doing? Do you see what they're doing? They knew if they publicly announced these charges, there would be major blowback from the public and on social media, and it may potentially get the feds involved. So they didn't say nothing. They just charged the man and didn't say anything. So now Pickett is charged with third-degree assault. The victim, the man you cannot see in the image on the right because there's so many racist thug attackers, drunk thug attackers on top of him. That man is scheduled to be arraigned on November 22nd. The complainant in Pickett's case was listed as, here it comes family, Zachary Chase Shipman, who was on the pontoon boat, who was in the image. One of the attackers in this image, where you can't see the victim, the one named Zachary Chase Shipman, that's the man that filed assault charges. He attacked Pickman. Pickman And the rest of the black people in the area came to Pickman's defense. So Zachary, the Alabama police, and the district attorney, and all the other officials there all have gotten together and allowed the attacker, Zachary Shipman, that's already been convicted of assault, to file assault charges against the co-captain brother, Pickett. That's what's happening here. When did a law get made or created that said a criminal, a convicted criminal, can file assault charges against the criminal's victim that the criminal attacked? Yeah, family. Yeah. Let it sink in. Shipman, who was on the boat, also faces third-degree assault charges in connection with, once again, the calling of brawl. It was a racist attack. Okay? Pickman is listed as the victim in the charges against the pontoon boat occupants. They're still occupants. Okay? Couple more quick notes, family. In this particular article, the videos, they just go on to say the videos show Pickett, who is black, being attacked by a group of white people as other black people rushed to his defense. Okay? Now, here's another nugget, family. Crystal Warren, the mother of a 16-year-old deckhand. You remember, if you need to, go back and watch the video. Right at the beginning of the attack, there was a young white dude. Apparently, he was a 16-year-old that also worked there. He came up and initially tried to at least verbally get them to stop attacking Pickett, right? And as you see on your screen, number 3, that's when he literally he temporarily stopped attacking Pickett to turn and threaten the young white co-worker, the 16-year-old, and the young boy backed off. Okay? And in Crystal Warren's, the mother of the 16-year-old that initially came to try to at least verbally get them to stop, Crystal Warren, a white woman, claimed in the police report that was taken that day that racial slurs were used against Pickett during the brawl. Watch this, family. Crystal Warren, the mother of the 16-year-old white boy that came to at least verbally try to get them to stop attacking him, his mother said you could hear men yelling F that N-word, and the men came down to fight my son. She wrote it in the report, in the police report. But in court in October, Crystal Warren, the white mother of the white 16-year-old teenager that initially came, she testified in court that she did not hear a racial slur. Do you see how they all get on code, family? Do you see that? 1 minute, it was a racist attack, and you can hear them screaming F that N-word. And Crystal Warren, the mother, was like, yeah, you can hear it clear as day. But then when she went to testify in court, oh no, I didn't hear anything. You see what they're doing? Let's continue. I'm getting ahead of myself, family. there should be some charges brought up on her. Let's just off the top. She gave a testimony in a written police report, and then she completely said the opposite in her testimony in court. There should be some charges against her right off top. Let's say that. Okay? Then the article goes on to say Pickett was in the courtroom late last month when Richard Roberts, 48, pled guilty to 2 misdemeanor charges and apologized to Pickett. This racist thug actually said in court, I think under different circumstances, we could be friends. Are you serious right now? This is what we doing? My primary question is, when they actually allowed Richard Roberts to stand up, the attacker, one of the attackers, the criminals, bro, just a FYI for the future, especially, I don't see why our brother Pickett didn't just walk out the courtroom. Just nothing. I would have stayed there to hear any of them say. So, but apparently that's what happened. Roberts received a 4-month suspended sentence, but check the details, family. He will serve 32 days in jail in Perry County, with that time to be served on the weekends. So all week long, he's free. And he only has to serve his 32 days on the weekends. Barring the fact that he only got a 32-day sentence for an assault by 6 people on your screen that could have left our brother Pickett permanently injured or unalived. I mean, forget about the video you saw. Look at the image on the right. If the other riverboat with the passengers where Aquaman came from, if that boat was not close, if there was not other black people in the general area that became aware of what was happening and came to our brother's defense, what do you think would have happened to Mr. Pickett? Look at your screen. At the very least, he would have ended up being severely injured by 6 white supremacist thugs. Or he could have been permanently injured. Or even worse, if there was no other black people that came around to his defense to help him, he could have been unalived from the same group of people. What if just in the initial attack, this attack caused our brother to have a heart attack or a stroke, and now he's unalive? What? They would be arguing, well, we was just kicking and stomping on him. That's not the cause of a heart attack or stroke. That's literally what they would be arguing. While Mr. Pickett is no longer here. A third person from the platoon boat, Mary Todd, which may be the lady number 5, pleaded guilty to harassment. That's all they gave her a plea deal. Really, they gave all of them a plea deal, in my opinion, or the equivalent. But they gave her a plea deal, and she only pled guilty to harassment. Look at the picture. They were fully involved, just like the rest of them, in an assault that could have left our brother Pickett permanently injured or deleted. She received a 15-day suspended sentence. So that means a 0-day sentence. And was ordered to complete anger management. For assault. Now, as y'all already know, flip the script. If it was 6 black people, so-called black people, attacking one white man, just like this on your screen, do you think they would have got 32 days on the weekends and a 15-day suspended sentence plea? Yeah, exactly. So the article goes on with some more stuff, but let's get to it, family. So clearly in Alabama, and I would argue in the U.S., this proves or confirms that for so-called black people, self-defense for us is not allowed. It's illegal. Literally. It is for our brother Pickett. He got charged for trying to defend himself against 6 racist thugs. Another question. Where are the feds at with the hate crime charges? Oh, I forget. The white mother of this white 16-year-old that wrote that she clearly heard racial slurs being thrown at Mr. Pickett while he was being attacked, changed her story. So I guess I guess it wasn't a hate crime. We got no evidence of a hate crime. Really? So far, one of the attackers only gets to do weekends in jail. That's their punishment. 32 days, mind you, just 32 days in total. Then one of the attackers actually files charges against the victim that he attacked or that they attacked. And the police and the prosecutor in Alabama agreed to those charges being filed. Systematic white supremacy is alive and well here in the U.S. And again, where are the feds? Why haven't the feds are sitting here looking, seeing exactly what's happening, and there's not a peep. Not a peep. This attack went around the world. Biden didn't make a statement. No Democrats made a statement. Definitely no Republicans made a statement. None of them are participating in the investigation. None of them are, discussing whether this co-captain's civil rights were violated by these race thugs. I mean, nothing. Absolutely nothing. So, again, family, in my previous reports on this Alabama riverboat attack, I told y'all there's going to be blowback. They already went and got the chairman who was defending our brother Pickett that you see on your screen. And now they actually went after the victim himself. You literally can't make this stuff up. And the feds, the U.S. government officials, they're doing nothing about it. Why? Because they're in on it. They condone it. This is America. This is how we get down over here. So with that said, family, my default is what our brother Malcolm said. I'm not against using violence in self-defense. I don't call it violence when it's self-defense. I call it intelligence. So with that being said, looking at and reviewing all that they have done to us here in this country, starting with slavery, come on after slavery, the Jim Crow, the peonage laws, the civil rights period, and all of the stuff all the way up to today, and all the attacks and the deletions you're hearing about and seeing on social media, in the mainstream media. At some point, I have a question for you, fam. At some point, shouldn't we as so-called black people have already decided at some point that it's better for us to always have our power tools with us so we can defend our lives? Isn't that better than what's been happening for over 400 years? Where we are always the ones that ends up deleted or with no justice? I mean, really, I don't care what the job says, and especially if you work in a job where you got to deal with the public. If there's a way you can have the ability to defend your life with you, shouldn't we? I'm just asking a question. Aren't y'all tired of being put in situations where we're being threatened or attacked or worse, and we're not in any position or have any real ability to defend our lives? I'm just asking the question. And oh, by the way, a lot of these things just keep happening. Don't they just look familiar? And we rarely get any justice. 32 days on the weekends? Harassment charge? That's not harassment. There's 6 people attacking one black man. 6 racists attacking one black man. Look familiar to the left side of your screen? It don't matter whether it's civilians or cops is the point of this image on your screen. Remember the lunch counter sit-ins? They just went there to get a sandwich. They got attacked. The Selma March, they got attacked. Beat down, sprayed with water hoses. Dogs sicked on them. Some brothers I think it was St. Augustine's, literally out going for a swim. They got attacked by a bunch of racists. Our sister Breonna Taylor and our brother, he couldn't breathe because he was just selling some loose cigarettes. He got attacked. Almost never no real justice. At some point, I'm just asking a question, Mr. YouTube man, to the so-called black people. At some point, isn't it better for us to have the ability to fully defend our lives with us, no matter where we are, even including at work? Isn't it better to be alive and having to look for another job or deal with some charges? At least we're still alive, versus not being here no more. We only get one life to live. Isn't our lives worth defending? Again, family, I keep telling y'all, and it's been for over 400 years. They are hunting us. What you gonna do about it? You gonna keep hiding? Just a question. With that being said, family, at this time we're gonna have a announcement from our unofficial sponsor here at One Brothas Mind. Special shout out to our brother, Professor Black Truth. Definitely give his YouTube channel a look. But with that said, a special announcement from our unofficial sponsor here at One Brothas Mind.
A word from the official sponsor of Black Empowerment, Power Tools. There's no telling when something's going to come up, so make sure you carry your power tools at all times. You never know when you're going to need to bring the hammer down, or when you'll have some trash that needs to be blown away, or some obstacle that requires cutting down. Don't get caught empty-handed. Keep your hammer close by. Keep that leaf blower at the ready, and always carry your steel. Power Tools. Because no matter what your day job or side hustle may be, there's no excuse for not being ready to put in some work.
And this concludes this broadcast for One Brothas Mind. We thank you for joining us. And as a part of the new Black media, B1 choices are mandatory and being on code is required. But never fear, Yeshua the Christ is with you always. Shalom.